Look, politics is not a spectator sport, people. You got to get involved. You got to vote. You got to participate.
They could vote for Joe Biden, though. That's available.
But according to the polls, they won't.
That's not true.
Nikki Haley beats Biden by 10, 15 points.
You actually believe
All right.
like this.
Everybody stop yelling.
The debate took center stage on HBO's Real Time with Bill Maher, where host Bill Maher and Fox News contributor Jessica Tarlov clashed over the growing interest in third-party politics. Maher, true to his skeptical tone, dismissed movements like no labels as political theater, eye-catching distractions that promise change but rarely deliver real solutions. He argued that such efforts tap into voter frustration without addressing the deeper, systemic problems at play. Tarlov, however, offered a different view. She suggested these movements reflect a genuine desire for alternatives, especially among voters disillusioned by the entrenched polarization of the two-party system. Her stance struck a chord with those longing to break free from the partisan gridlock that has come to define American politics. Their heated exchange underscored the broader tensions shaping today's political landscape, and the uncertain role third-party efforts might play in a system designed to preserve the status quo. Will the rise of alternative parties spark meaningful political engagement? Or will it further fracture an already divided electorate? These open questions could ultimately help determine the future of American democracy.
These are the questions that will define the future of American democracy, and the answers remain as uncertain as ever. Let's watch this interesting video.
Jessica, how damaging could a potential no labels presidential ticket be for Joe Biden? So this is an official third party now, no labels. Who is this?
A bunch of
Joe
grifters.
Manchin. It says, what do you make of rumors Joe Manchin will be their candidate? Oh, exciting.
I'll start by saying the no labels folks are grifters, and everyone should know that they're just trying to...
Grifters?
Grifters.
Right.
Yes.
You don't think they're sincere?
I think they're sincere like 40 minutes a day, and then I think the rest of it is just an attempt to get people who feel disenfranchised, like they're looking around, they're like, they're two 80-year-old guys, I don't like either of them.
Right.
Give me more money, give me more money.
Right.
And they don't really care what the outcome is, and they justify it by saying, it's going to suck either way.
Wow.
But apparently, the top polling no labels ticket is Nikki Haley as president and Joe Manchin as VP. I happen to think, and Joe Manchin is not my favorite Democrat, though he voted with us all the time, and I'm thankful for having someone in West Virginia. I don't think he would do something like that because it would just destroy an entire legacy that he's had. But they do take more support from Trump than they do from Biden. It's the same with like RFK Jr. If he were able to get on more than half a ballot or something.
American politics stands at a pivotal crossroads. A growing wave of voter dissatisfaction is challenging what was once considered a foundational pillar of U.S. democracy, the two-party system. Increasingly, this model is seen as outdated and incapable of addressing the nation's complex and rapidly evolving challenges. Political polarization has reached historic highs, leaving many voters feeling trapped in a binary choice, Republican or Democrat, a decision often framed as picking the lesser of two evils. In the midst of this frustration, movements like no labels and independent candidates such as Robert F. Kennedy Jr. are gaining traction. Their goal is to disrupt the status quo and chart a new course through an increasingly fractured political landscape. These efforts claim to offer a unifying alternative to the entrenched duopoly, appealing to Americans eager for a fresh political vision. Yet their rise sparks critical questions.
A recent study found a growing political divide between men and women, with younger women skewing much more liberal than men. This is not new, but I think it's just more prevalent. I think the number I saw was 30 points. That is huge.
And that's the abortion issue, right?
That's a lot of...
As Republicans, we're losing young people, we're losing suburban moms, we're losing women, strictly on the abortion issue. And that's just terrible for the party.
I think it's abortion, it's guns, it's climate change, it's social justice.
And Trump. And the pussy grabber, who's like the
and now owing $83 million.
I'm not with Trump. I don't know why you guys keep looking at me.
I know. But what's interesting, what you two have in common is that you both can't say, yeah, and of course, so I'm voting for Biden. You both can't do that. I just find that interesting.
He can't say, she can't say, you can't say, Biden can't say, and most white people won't say, I'll sit down and talk about black people, about real black issues from a place where I know I'm going to leave the table.
Different issue. I'm
talking about fucking racial.
I know you are.
Like, we don't want to talk about that. But when you say me and him are the same, we're the same. Besides that, we want to do it. Like, how has Biden or Trump been good for my...
Are these movements a sincere response to public disillusionment, or are they opportunistic ventures, capitalizing on widespread political fatigue? Bill Maher's skepticism captures this tension. On Real Time, he dismissed no labels as little more than a gimmick, echoing a broader critique of third-party efforts. From his perspective, such movements often lack concrete strategies for addressing deep-rooted systemic issues. Instead, they offer style over substance, resonating with frustrated voters